Hey, this is Zachlog the Great. We all like to believe that we're independent thinkers, that we respond to reason and cheap propaganda has no effect on us. It's those other people, those NPCs, who fall for that kind of thing. Sadly, I don't think this is the case, and I'm going to tell you an odd and, until the end, apparently rambling story to explain why I'm pretty sure this is not so. When I was a teenager, I played a few of the Ultima computer games. Ultima is a series of computer role-playing games. They're really excellent games and were the foundation of a lot of ideas that computer games since have followed. If you're at all interested in old computer games, you should check them out. So, several years later, I was working at a buffet restaurant for a few months. While I was there, I started thinking about these games. It had been years since I'd played them, but something reminded me of them. I thought, wow, it's been a while since I've played Ultima. I should look those games up, see what's going on. I did a few internet searches, replayed Ultima 7, and even found out there was a fan-made remake of Ultima 5 building on top of a more recent game engine. It's called Ultima 5 Lazarus. They did a good job. You should look it up. So, what's the point of all this? Well, you see, one day I happened to look at the bottom of the plate at the restaurant, and I noticed the trademark stamped there. The brand was Ultima. I had been seeing that word dozens of times a day for months, and hadn't even been aware of it. And this very simple, one-word message had a very real impact on me. It was a single word. It wasn't even intended as an advertisement of any kind. It was tangential at best to the video game. And yet, since I saw it over and over again, day after day, it had a real effect on me and my behavior. Now, think about this a moment. There are other messages you see almost as often. Messages very deliberately intended to affect your thinking and behavior. Do you really think you're immune? Do you think it doesn't matter at all? You are what you eat. We all understand this. The food you consume is processed by your body, and part of it eventually becomes you. If you eat garbage food, you will feel and likely look like garbage. But this is not just physical. It applies to your mind as well. If you consume garbage stories teaching ugly, anti-God, anti-truth messages, at least a small part of that becomes a part of your soul. There's no such thing as a spiritual hazard suit that will prevent this. I believe this is part of what the Bible means in Proverbs, where it tells us to guard our hearts. And it goes the other way as well. If you seek out and listen to the truth, if you listen to stories that lift up courage and honesty and loyalty, they can make you a better person. They can shape who you are to be more like who you should be. Why do you think churches have people recite creeds, sing hymns? It is to help make those truths a part of our souls. I deliberately chose a silly, pointless example to show how the tiniest things can change your thoughts. And you are not immune to this. If you are a Christian, be careful out there. We live in a fallen world. Guard your heart.